Baba is talking about the thoughts that sometimes children create, that I don't know whether this will happen, or I don't know whether I'll be able to do something. Yes, so sometimes you're making an effort, whether it is the spiritual effort that Baba teaches us to make, or whether it is efforts that you make in the materialistic world. But while making them, on the one hand, you are sowing the seeds for success, and you're making an effort to achieve something, get something. Or in case of a spiritual effort, you're sowing the seeds for self-progress or seva. And then on the other hand, you keep thinking, I'm not sure this is going to happen, or I don't know whether I'll be able to do it or make it. And you see, it's like self-sabotaging. You are making the effort, and then you are also creating self-doubt. And this is how you are cutting the same branch on which you are sitting. So Baba says that we must develop this faith that success is my birthright, and I must have this faith that when I am making effort, I am bound to succeed. And this faith is very important because you see, in the beginning itself, when we come to Gyan, we understand the importance of aligning our thoughts, words and actions. Mansa, vacha, karmana. Now you see that if your karmana, if what you're doing is for growth and progress, but your thought is not in alignment with it, then you see whatever you are doing doesn't have power. And when we are doing karma, it's not just the effort we are making outside, but karma is a whole holistic thing, you see. Our consciousness, our attitude, our thoughts, our vision, everything is going together. Just like sometimes Baba says that you are giving Baba's introduction to somebody, and then in your mind you're thinking that I don't think this person will understand. Or you are talking about the soul and your drishti is body conscious. Then it doesn't help. So we have to understand that when we perform any action, that action, our action that we perform outwards in the way of words and karma that you do with the body, that should be in alignment with what you are doing on the inside, in alignment with your feelings, your thoughts, your attitude, your consciousness, your drishti. If these things are not matching the outward action, then what happens is whatever you are doing has very little strength. And it is very important to pay attention to this, because you see, I remember there was this one incident when I was very new in Gyan, and I finished the course, and then there was another one, Mata, and she was also doing the course. And then I remember she told Didi that my child is very indisciplined, and he is always throwing things around, not doing anything on time. And then Didi told her that when you wake up at Amrit Vela, you have your good meditation with Baba, remember Baba, and in the last 2 minutes, just create an image a visual of your child doing everything properly. So, getting up at time, eating on time, doing everything in time, being punctual, being very disciplined, being very clean and tidy. So, create this image. So, she did that, and then she came in the evening and she said that, Didi, it works wonderfully. And today I did it, and my child behaved exactly as I saw him in the meditation. So then we all congratulated her, and she was also very happy. And then you see, the next day she came in the evening and she said, Didi, today also I did the same thing. You see, after meditation, I visualized him doing everything on time, keeping tidy, being punctual, disciplined. But today he didn't behave like that. So then Didi asked her, did you feel that yesterday when he was doing everything the way you had visualized, you were creating this constant thought that this is too good to be true? Did you create this constant thought? So she said, yes, every time he did that, I was very shocked. I was more shocked than happy. And I felt this can't be my child and he can't do this. And I kept thinking, this is too good to be true. How is this even possible? Is this a miracle? And I don't think this is possible. So I kept creating these thoughts. Now that you're telling me, I'm aware, yes, I did that. So then Didi told her that if you are doing something and you don't have the conviction that it is a very natural thing to do, yes, it is a very natural state of being, then what happens is, along with doing it and making effort for it, you are also sabotaging it, because you're constantly creating this thought, this is not possible. And even if it's happening, I'm not only talking about things that are not, the outcome of which has not come. When the outcome has not come, then also we keep creating these thoughts. But even sometimes when the outcome is in front of us, you planned something, you did something, it worked, and then you are creating these thoughts of amazement, it's too good to be true, how is this even possible, and I did it and it is great and such, this and that. And being super excited also is a sign that you find that this is not okay. This is not normal. And when you're super excited also, you sabotage everything. So this is why, Baba tells us that when you must have a lot of swaman, that I'm the child of the Almighty and nothing is impossible for me. And even if Baba makes you the instrument for something very great, something that you had not imagined or thought of with your limited buddhi, even if Baba wants you, Baba can make you an instrument for that also. But never be surprised, because you see, when God is with you, don't get surprised by what God can do. So Baba is the Almighty and He can do anything through you. So never have this consciousness that this is not possible, or I don't know whether this will happen, because when Baba is there and you are doing everything with Baba, everything is possible. And you see, many a times you don't say it's not possible. You use better language, like it's too good to be true, or I don't know if this is even possible. But you think that it's a word of humility, or you're just being yourself, but these things also sabotage. So you have to develop the faith that you are not ordinary. You are Baba's child, Baba is the Almighty, and Baba can make you an instrument for whatever He wants. Yes, just think about, you see, this humongous task that Baba is carrying out. And just think about who in the world thought that Baba would choose women as his instruments and carry out this whole task. Because it's such a patriarchal world. Though nobody in the world thinks that, the task of world transformation will be carried out by women, but Baba did that. And not women who are very qualified or looked upon by the world, but very simple women, even uneducated women. So Baba says that when I make you the instrument, I can do anything through you. So whether it is changing you from a human to a deity, or changing the world through your seva, I can make everything possible through you. So never have this doubt that, I don't think this will happen, or I don't know if this is possible. So always have this faith that I am Baba's instrument, and whatever I put my hand on will happen. So if I have created a thought, it will happen. If I have created a plan for self-progress, it will materialize. If I have planned something for seva, it is going to happen. Anything that you think is going to materialize, anything that you do is going to materialize. So when you have this kind of a faith, then you will never meet failure. Because you see, when you begin this journey, many times you try to do new work with old consciousness. Yes, and when you do a new thing, let there be new consciousness. So the new consciousness is, who am I? I am the child of the Almighty Father. And what is not possible through me? And never get surprised. Even if Baba gets the biggest work done through you, never get surprised, because in Sangam Yug, these things are very ordinary. And I will tell you one thing. Once, a sister told me that, Didi, I never thought in my whole Lokik life, I have never woken up from sleep before 8 a.m. And she said, even as a child, I woke up at 8. And every day my father used to rush me to school. And I have never woken up before 8. But when I came to Baba, and she told me that recently she was taking sleeping pills because she couldn't sleep at night. And then she said, because I was taking sleeping pills, so I couldn't get up early at all. And I always thought that getting up early is the most impossible thing for me. But when I came to Gyan, I don't know what happened, and I started suddenly getting up at 3:30, 4, and after that I would feel fresh like anything. And I started meditating. And then one day she was so excited that she said, let me share this with the class. Let me just tell them that, this is so, this is so, what do you say? This is so strange, and this is such happy news, and it is happening. And I want to share it with the class. So I said, no, stop. First you absorb it yourself. Don't share it before you absorb it. So she said, what do you mean by absorb it? So I said, right now, you are not able to believe that you are getting up at 3:30. So just allow that to sink in, and just come to a place where you feel, what is the big deal in getting up at 3:30? What is the big deal for a God's child to get up at the time in which we have woken up for 2 yugas? So you see, Satyug and Treta Yug, you never missed Amrit Vela, did you? You didn't do Amrit Vela. It was not like you do it in Sangam Yug, but it was your natural time to get up. And what is the big deal? Even animals are getting up early morning, even in Kali Yuga. So what is the big deal if you got up at 3:30? Isn't this the most natural thing to do? And why are you so happy when you are doing what is very natural to you? Yes, you are happy, but allow that to sink in and just know that it's not extraordinary, it's very ordinary. And then when you share it, then other people will also feel that they need to come to that place where they are capable of very ordinary things, like getting up in the morning. So when you want to be a deity, getting up at Amrit Vela is ordinary, it's not extraordinary. And when you think it's extraordinary, you are actually sabotaging it. So come to that place where you know that being a yogi, being a sevadhari is all very natural and normal for you. And when you are able to come to that place and then you share with somebody, then they also feel that yes, this is not a big deal. Otherwise, you share it with somebody and they also feel, okay, it's a big deal and maybe they are able to do it, but not me. So this is and why do we share with somebody? To inspire them. And how do you inspire them if you yourself think that it's a big deal and somehow you did it, but it's not sustainable? So this is the thing that we need to understand. Do not believe, believe certainly in your success and believe that self progress is very natural for you. And the sign of it is not getting super excited or not getting, not getting, what do you say, that sensationalization. Don't do it. Don't sensationalize your experiences, because even the most extraordinary of experiences that are considered extraordinary in the world are very ordinary for us. And I will tell you, in the world, people have visions, people get something, they think it's such a big deal and they keep telling everybody. But in Brahmin life, we get experiences and visions and we get attainments every day from Baba. And it is so ordinary that we never even feel like sharing it with anybody. And I remember that, there was this one brother and he had come first time to the center, and he asked me, do you people take donations? So I said, no, we don't take donations. The children who take the classes and who are Baba's children, who recognize Baba, they contribute, and it is a family, and this family is run by the children of Baba. So he said, no, I wanted to donate because I donate a lot. So I said, okay. So I said, what do you donate? So he very proudly said, I just donated 100 candles last week to an ashram. And I was just thinking that people, in the ordinary world, 100 candles, how much do they cost? Even if, 200 rupees, 300 rupees. And they consider that to be a very big donation. And you see, we children of Baba, we know that, we are creating the new world for us. So when we put in our everything, you see, our life, our body, mind, wealth, and we never think it's a big deal because we are creating Satyug for ourselves. And I was just thinking that, you see, people cannot even be givers because You think, whenever you give a little also, you amplify it in your mind so much that I gave, that becomes a self-limiting factor. But when you know that, you're not giving, it's everything belongs to Baba and you're using it on Baba's directions, then everything, even giving you, even, using your whole life for Baba's seva becomes a very ordinary experience. You don't think that it's a big deal. It's something very natural and normal. So this is what Baba says, that, whenever there is ego, whenever you think, I did this, or this happened, or, this is a big deal, then next thing you do is ego makes you fall. So when you start creating these thoughts of ego, the next thing is you stop doing the same thing for which you created ego. So this is why Baba says that just know that being a Brahmin, being a world server, belonging to Baba, staying in your natural qualities, being your completely yogi and pure self is very normal and very natural. Okay, Om Shanti. So this is the first point. Okay, there's still time, so we can discuss some other points also. So Baba today says that we are children of Baba and we recognize that we have two fathers. Yes, there is a Lokik father and there is a Parlokik father, Supreme Soul Shiv Baba. So there are two fathers, and we know that a father gives inheritance. So we know that when there is a Lokik father, everything that the father has belongs to the child, and nobody needs to be taught this. It is very conventional wisdom. We all understand that the Lokik father gives inheritance. Now Baba tells us that we are body plus soul, and just like there is a father of the body, there is a father of the soul also. And then Baba tells us that just like the father of the body gives you that which are your physical needs and also leaves you with enough to sustain your body. So you see, a Lokik father is always interested that I should leave my child with enough so that he doesn't sleep hungry. Yes, he always has this this intention, this feeling, this this attitude that I should leave my child with enough that he doesn't sleep hungry his whole life. Similarly, Baba says you have a Parlokik father, Shiv Baba, and he gives you what the soul needs because he is the father of the soul. And then he gives you the spiritual inheritance which lasts you for 21 births. He leaves you with enough so that you can survive for 21 births. So Baba says that this is something, when it sits in your buddhi, then you understand what is the big deal. Yes, just like I have a physical father, and do you understand that if some child is abandoned or some child is by accident separated from the physical father, then he doesn't have physical sustenance and inheritance. Yes, so Baba says, similarly, I am your spiritual father and you got separated from me and you forgot me, so you did not know of the sustenance and the inheritance that I give you, and that is your birthright. And this is why you thought that happiness, peace, power, knowledge, these are very big things, and you thought that being planning for afterlife, or having an inheritance which sustains you for lifetimes together is a big deal. It's not possible. But now Baba comes and tells us that you are my child and I am here to give you your inheritance. You are a soul, and I am your soul father, or your supreme father, spiritual father. And Baba says that this is something that you have to explain to everybody. Don't say God has come. Tell them that you are a soul and you have an unlimited father. Just like you have a limited father of the body, you have an unlimited father, and that father has come to give you your unlimited inheritance. And he comes every cycle. So when you tell this to souls who had taken inheritance last cycle, they will remember it and they will be very happy to take it again. And then Baba tells us that when children have this faith, then they start doing Purusharth. So just like you see, there are ways in which you take inheritance from your Lokik father. How do you take inheritance from your Lokik father? Do you ask for it? Do you ask for it? You see, there is a Mata, and she tells me that she's a Mata. She's not even, in the male body. And her father, he keeps telling her that don't worry, I am here, and whatever you need, I will give you. Even if there is disturbance in your Lokik life or anything, I will give you. And then you see, one day somebody told this Mata that you should ask your father to name something, give something in way of writing as property to you, so that there is assurance that even when he's not around, you are well provided for. So this Mata said, I cannot say this to my father because my father will give me whatever he thinks is right for me. I don't have to ask him, right? So he's sitting and he's there, and even if he's not alive, I'm sure he'll make some arrangement and go, because he loves me and he's concerned for me. So I'm not going to ask him to write something as property for me, because even if he's not around, I trust him enough that he'll make some arrangement for me. So you see, this is the kind of faith that a child has for the parent, and in an ideal situation, because you see, mostly situations are not ideal in this Lokik life these days, but in a good setting, in a functional family, this is how it works, because most families are these days dysfunctional, but this is how it should work. Now, Baba tells us similarly, you don't have to tell me to give this or give that. When you have faith in me, and the sign of that faith is you're obedient to me. So you do whatever I direct you to do, because a child is very surrendered. And when a child is very surrendered with the buddhi, he does whatever the father asks him to do. So my Baba asks me to get up at Amrit Vela, I do that. Whether I am sleepy or I'm awake doesn't matter. I get up. Then he asks me to remember me, I make an effort. How well I'm able to do it doesn't matter. Then he asks me to remember me while doing everything, I do that. He asks me to read the Mulli, churn over the Mulli, I do that. He asks me to give a helping hand in Seva, contribute something in his work which he is carrying out at such a massive scale, I do it. When he asks me to be pure, I embrace purity. So Baba says, when you do all of this, when you maintain this relationship, then you get the inheritance. You don't have to beg for it, seek it, ask for it. Just by being a child, you will be taken care of, because the Father is watching you and He is looking at the efforts you're making. And I will even tell you that the result doesn't matter, the effort matters. And I remember, in Sakar Baba's time, there was this one brother, and he was bringing some, something for the yajna, some money for the yajna. And there were thieves on the way, and they stole that money. And when he reached Baba, he had nothing in his hand. And then he told Baba that thieves snatched it away from me. So Baba said, why didn't you resist them? So he said, they would have killed me. So Baba said, how would they have killed you? Baba was there? No. So then he said, no, Baba, I just gave in and I couldn't fight. So then he got very sad. Then Baba said, why are you so sad? Then he said, I was bringing something to be used in the yajna, but now that money is wasted and it is not sapal. So Baba said, no, your money was sapal the moment you thought that, I'm going to give it. It doesn't matter whether it reached or not, it was an accident, but the moment you created that honest thought, your contribution reached. So don't worry about that. But don't have this step of fear ever that, I'll get killed. When you're doing Baba's work, have that fearlessness. So he was taught that by Baba. So why I'm giving you this example is because Baba says even the intention matters. Even if sometimes, the result doesn't come out, your intention also is counted, and Baba gives you inheritance according to that intention also. But Baba tells us that it is very simple, belonging to Baba, following Baba's directions and taking your inheritance. But what comes in between is Maya. And Baba says, you have to be a Maharathi warrior. And what are your weapons? Your weapons are knowledge. And Baba says that you need to use knowledge to defeat Maya. You see, the deities are shown to carry deadly weapons, weapons that kill. But Baba says that you who are going to become a deity, don't use these weapons. But you definitely need weapons, because it is not as simple as it looks, because there is Maya that comes in between. And when Maya comes, you need the weapons of knowledge to, finish Maya. And you see, sometimes Baba describes the weapons that are shown in the hands of deities as spiritual weapons. So, for example, Baba tells, what is the Trishul? The Trishul has 3 points, and Baba gives us the knowledge of 3 bindus: the soul bindu, Baba bindu, and Drama bindu. And these points of knowledge, they are your weapons. And whenever there is a problem, whenever Maya is disturbing you, how does Maya disturb you? Maya will not allow you to remember Baba, and you're remembering somebody else or something else. So when you are remembering somebody else, then put a full stop to that remembrance by using the knowledge of the soul, that they are doing whatever they are doing according to their sanskars, and they will get whatever they are destined to get. So why am I thinking about what they are doing? And whenever there is some situation that is, bombarding your mind, then you have to put the knowledge of drama to use. And in that moment, you tell yourself that everything is predestined, so what is the point in worrying about situations? So similarly, Baba says, I give you many such weapons. Have you seen there's a dhal that which stops the the talwar, the sword, from striking the person. So there's this thing that protects you from attack of the sword. So that is also shown as a weapon in many cases. So what is the dhal? That dhal is the dhal of drama. So that when you use the point of drama, then situations and behaviors are not able to enter your mind space. And you know, it is what it is not neither good nor bad, it's just what it is. So you stop labeling and analyzing things. So Baba says that you have to take inheritance from your paralokik father, and that's not a big deal. You can do that by being obedient, but just be careful about Maya. And when you forget that you are a warrior on a war field, then sometimes you don't take your weapons seriously and you don't fill in your weapon stock. So how do you fill your weapon stock? By listening to the Murli every day, because the Murli gives you all the points of knowledge which come to your rescue when you are challenged by Maya during the day. So Baba says, any soul who knows that I am a warrior and I am on the battlefield, they take very good care to fill their aprons with points of knowledge which they can use and defeat Maya during the whole day and come closer to Baba and do very well what Baba says. Okay, Om Shanti.